In addition to marking Ragabi's return, the conclusion of Severance Season 2, Episode 3 sets up a major shift in Mark's narrative. Severance Season 2 does not hold back from revealing one shocking revelation after another in its first few episodes, in contrast to Season 1, which progressively increased the suspense to build up to the biggest twists in its overall plot. It is unexpected that Mark made the decision so early in Severance Season 2, even though the sci-fi series on Apple TV Plus has been implying for a while that he would consent to reintegrate. As Mark embarks on a new phase of his search for the truth about Gemma, the ramifications of his choice will dictate the narrative trajectory of the upcoming episodes of Severance Season 2. Given that she is beginning to lose trust in the organization she has been faithful to for so long, Miss Coble also appears to be on a sort of redemptive journey in Severance Season 2. Severance Season 2 Episode 3 has a lot going on, so it is important to analyze the major turning points and how they will influence subsequent episodes of the show. Mark questions whether his wife, Gemma, could still be alive in the Lumon building. Season 2, Episode 2. As a result, in Episode 3, he looks for a means of communication with his Innie. At this point, he runs into Ragabi, who had previously made an effort to persuade him to reintegrate. He is asked by Ragabi if his Innie mentioned Gemma's survival during the overtime contingency event. Ragabi had also seen his wife alive in the Lumon building, Mark discovers. An electric pulse generator and a magnetic coil are the main components of Ragabi's setup near the conclusion of Severance Season 2, Episode 3. Using a technique known as transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS, which is really used to activate less active or inactive brain regions, she uses this arrangement to create electric currents in Mark's brain. The electric pulses also help Mark's Innie brain become more active because it is dormant when the Outie takes command. She asks him about his Innie and Outie's lives while using the electric pulses to stimulate his brain. By bridging the gap between them, she makes sure that Mike-Wise intentionally tries to overlap his Innie and Outie memories. In order to minimize Mark's cognitive strain, Ragabi progressively raises the question's difficulty level. She poses the question, "What is your earliest memory?" to finally bring his Innie and Outie identities together and create a point of agreement between them. The oscilloscope first displays two distinct waves for his two identities, reflecting this confluence. Both the Innie and Outie waves in the oscilloscope intersect when the reintegration is complete, giving Mark a single sense of who he is. In Severance Season 2, Episode 3, Irving stops by the O&D department to ask if they have seen Gemma, and he meets Felicia. The two talk about their time with Bert, and Irv even shows her how he has been drawing a picture of Bert in his notebook almost daily. Felicia then spots a sketch of the dark hallway that Irving recreates from his Outie's paintings, and she reveals it's the exports hall. She doesn't seem to know where it goes, but she says O&D sent some shipments there before a guy took over. After Dylan stole a card from the O&D in Severance Season 1, Milchick executed the overtime contingency protocol. Upon closer inspection, the O&D cards appear to include lethal fighting maneuvers that one person can use against another. Lumon may have been utilizing the training cards to train specific people if O&D was sending them to the testing room via the exports hall. Through the MDR and O&D departments, the corporation may be refining part-timers like Miss Casey before exporting them to the outside world to complete duties for Lumon. Bert disclosed in Severance Season 1 that there is a rumor that the workers at Marcodata Refinement are all marsupials with Goa'uld-like larvae in the pouches around their bellies. The larvae are thought to eventually consume the MDR employees and completely replace them. It appears that the mammalians have heard similar rumors, which is why they urge Mark and Helly to open their shirts so they may look for pouches. By stating that she will only join as an MDR worker, Coble provides Helena one more chance to return to Lumon. Helena phones Natalie when their conversation becomes heated and requests that she set up a meeting with the board. At first, Coble appears eager to hear the board's opinion regarding her desire to return as the head of the severed floor. But when she spots Helena's chauffeur, she abruptly leaves the Lumon building and heads back to her. Lumon acknowledges that Ricken's book was essential in motivating the MDR workers to launch an uprising and resist the oppressive system they were forced to work under. They also discovered that the book's use of specific words and phrases had a profound effect on the Lumon staff, arousing emotions of independence and value. Lumon therefore apparently intends to capitalize on the book's influence by using it as a tool for manipulation in order to exert control over the staff. According to one of Keir Egan's quotations, The surest way to tame a prisoner is to let him believe he's free. According to Keir, Lumon appears to be trying to give the MDR workers a false sense of independence by providing them with a new edition of Rickon's The You Are. By providing the employees the appearance of autonomy, the central firm in Severance merely hopes to strengthen its hold on them. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.